Good morning, class. Yesterday we have studied about the exponential growth model, and today we are going to study about the logistic growth model. So, in the exponential growth model, that was a hypothetical model and just a theoretical observation, but that observation is somewhat correct until and unless the carrying capacity of the system is not exhausted. And whenever in this universe there is no area where there is no place where an organism can grow exponentially forever, and the carrying capacity is the limiting factor. See, what are limiting factor? The limiting factor can be, in every case the limiting factor is different. See, if we are making a culture of organism, making a culture of bacteria, then the petri dish in which the agar or the nutrient medium is added, and then the bacteria is freed inside, the bacteria is placed inside with a particular growth favorable conditions. Then after some time we can add more nutrients, and nutrients will never be the limiting factor for them, but there is a particular space present in that petri dish which, when gets exhausted, when whole of the petri dish is covered, then the bacterial competition in between themselves will start, and that will be responsible for survival of the fittest. So this logistic growth model is more realistic and more applicable to the organism present. Now see, there are three growth phases. One is lag phase, second is log phase, third is stationary, and fourth is decline, and we can just opt out decline phase. So because it is not important that every time the population gets declined. So first of all we have the lag phase. Suppose we have started the study of this logistic growth in an area having carrying capacity of suppose 1000 animals, and we have started the study with only two. One is male and other is female. Now we have started only with two, and carrying capacity is 1000. So the reproductive phase between these two animals, suppose the animal having after every 1 year they can produce one, suppose we are talking about dogs, so every 6th month they can give rise to 6 children, okay, and after every 6 months 6 more are added, so in 1 year 12 are added. इन ये हैं, इनसे 6 बच्चे हुए और अगले साइकिल में फिर 6 बच्चे हुए, यानी एक साल में जो है पॉपुलेशन फ्रॉम 2 goes to 14, 2 to 14, but now next year when these 14 will also be in the reproductive phase, how many they can produce? They can produce, so suppose 7 equals to 14 equals to 7 couples, 7 male dog and 7 female dog will give rise to 42. Now you can see the difference. In first year there was an increase of 12, but in next year there was an increase of 35. Understood? There is an increase of 35. Next year when this 7 dies and these 2 dies, this 42 will act as the reproductive parents, and 21 couples will be there. 1 male and 1 female, 21 couples will be there. So 21 couple will give rise to 6 each, and this will goes to 126. So first cycle was giving rise to 12, second cycle was giving rise to you can say 35, and next cycle is giving rise to 105. You can see the difference. This is 1 time, 3. Now this will die and this will give rise to more. So whenever we are talking about this is lag phase, when the increase is not in that much enormous amount per generation cycle, that is lag phase. 2 bacteria are present, after 20 minutes they are giving rise to 4 only. Doesn't matter they are doubling themselves, they are giving rise to 4. But after you can say 10 generations, they are now 2048. They will give rise to 4096 directly. Now 2 into 2 is 4, but 2042 into 2 is 4096. So the 2 into 2 is 1, 2, giving rise to 1 bacteria, second bacteria giving rise to 4 bacteria. They are doubling, but there is another doubling, another reproductive division, that is 2048 going into directly into 4096. You can see the difference. Here the division is happening, the multiplication is happening, 2 doubles, but here also doubling is happen, but the final resultant is enormous. Now this is lag phase and this is log phase, when every cycle give rise to an enormous number of resultant, but after a certain period of time, what will happen? The K will reach, the carrying capacity of the system will be exhausted. Suppose in the case of bacteria we are having space responsible for for the dogs, we were having 1000 capacity, and after 4 or 5 or 6 cycles there will be an exhaustion, there will be the carrying capacity will be attained and the population will go into stationary phase. There will be conflicts between the organism, and the conflict will lead to, remember what I have told you while I was teaching you the population interaction, the competition is negative and negative on both sides. Species A will be negatively affected and species B will also be negatively affected. So both of these, if negatively affected, then competition will make the population growth stationary, and this is the stationary phase when K is achieved. So there is a formula. The formula says Dn, which is change in the population density, upon dt, which is change in the time, is equal to R. R is intrinsic rate, natural intrinsic rate. N is primary population density. K is carrying capacity, and this K is also carrying capacity. What is happening here? Intrinsic rate of natural growth into the population density is always the resultant population density, but there is a factor. How many organisms can be supported by the system minus how many organisms are present upon the same K. Okay, if 1000 is the capacity and 105 is the number of organisms present upon K, then suppose 100, it is 100, so making it easier to calculate, 900 upon 1000. Understood? 1000 was the carrying capacity, 100 was the original population at that time, and again divided by K, which is carrying capacity. This will lead to 0.9, and this 0.9 will add up further or multiply Rn into 0.9 to give rise to final Dn upon dt. R is what natural increase, natural rate of increase. 0.9 is the rate by which the system is supporting the reproduction of organism, the reproduction or the population growth. So this will be the carrying capacity rule. Now 100 leads to 900 upon 1000. This will lead to 0.9. So additional 0.9 organism can be supported. Additional 0.9 if the growth rate increases by 0.9. If the growth rate increases by 0.9, then also the system can support the population growth. But see, 1000 is the population carrying capacity, and we are having 1100 organism upon 1000. So there will be competition. Minus 100 upon 1000. This will lead to minus 0.1. And if this multiplies, this will lead the particular decrease in the population, that the R rate must be decreased by this number. The R rate must be decreased by this number so that the carrying capacity can be maintained. In this case, the R rate can be increased by this number to support to reach to the limit. This is reach to the limit forward for this, and for this number must be reduced from the rate so that it can be maintained. Okay, this was all about the logistic growth. Competition, evolution, variation, everything which is applied to by the Darwin, we have studied in the evolution chapter number 7. Everything applied here is always logistic, and this is the logistic growth formula. Thank you so much, everyone. I hope you understood, and if any problem with this chapter, you can similarly ping me on WhatsApp, and any one of you have already asked me questions. I think I have answered everything, and so that's all for this chapter. Thank you so much. Tomorrow we are gonna start new